First Amendment is precious, almost sacred. And that's why it is so fitting and appropriate that this museum was built to show the role of the press in our society and to the immutable principles embodied in the First Amendment.
We are delighted to welcome you to this opening ceremony of this museum.
This modest little museum of news to use for the public as well as the press.
The opening of the Freedom Forum's museum is a dream come true for reporters like myself who have always longed for a better public understanding of the role of the media and the importance of freedom of the press in our society.
Start the presses, the museum is officially open.
The Newseum finds a new home in downtown Washington.
This museum is by far one of the great attractions in Washington, D.C.
2, 1, move!
We're going to the museum.
And you're super excited?
Yeah.
Wow, this museum is pretty impressive.
There's so much that you could see, and it's constantly changing. There's something new here all the time.
Every time you turn around, there's a memorable quote or a face or a moment that does resonate.
I don't think I've ever felt this way about a museum.
There's something about the still moment, that moment in time, that does touch people.
The work of this institution, the Newseum, and the heroes it celebrates are so very important.
It's our opportunity to remember a group of journalists who were willing, in many cases, to give their lives in pursuit of the truth.
We honor him now, not only by our words, but our deeds.
Austin Tice, the missing American journalist kidnapped in Syria.
The museum wants to encourage people to consider what their world would be like without journalists, to bring them the news.
Fake news.
Fake news. Fake news.
Why can't we just have the truth?
We have something very special here in the United States, the First Amendment.
Anybody who talks about abridging the First Amendment is doing something very dangerous.
I always think of the museum as the home of freedom.
Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest far right.
In this room, at this time, every day of the year, we give a day.
The museum is the country, and we hold it collectively inside of us. And it's up to us to continue what the museum is doing